Moonies! Welcome to the Sailor Moon Fan Club podcast. I'm your host, Victoria L. Johnson. I'm here with cosplayer, content creator, and rapper, the one and only Kiera Please. Hey, Kiera!
Hey, everyone! And hey, how's it going? I can't believe I'm a rapper now, so this is exciting.
It's so exciting. I'm, super excited for you.
Me too. Hopefully everyone, it's good and it's received well.
Yeah, no, I think it definitely will be. From the little snippet I heard, I'm really excited for the song. I'm already, jamming just to, the little 15 seconds that I heard. I'm just I want more.
That so much. I've been working on it, nonstop, so that means actually a lot, because I'm just, I'm very nervous. I don't know if you can tell from the shakiness of my voice, but I am very, very nervous.
I cannot tell, but I get it, it's a step for you, but I think it's gonna go great.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. But I guess we'll talk about something hopefully you're a little more comfortable about. Since this is the Sailor Moon Fan Club podcast, I usually start off by asking guests, what's your first memory of watching Sailor Moon?
My first memory? Honestly, so it definitely was, early on, because I feel like, when did Sailor Moon come out? 1992? And that's even, before I was born. But I feel like growing up, so I never contributed myself to, an anime fan explicitly when I was, watching, Sailor Moon, Avatar and all those things. But because I didn't realize that's what I was doing. So it was very early on. I don't even know what year or what grade I was in, but I just remember watching it with my regular cartoons, when I was watching SpongeBob and everything like that. And then it was later down the line when I was in college that I realized oh, I started watching anime way longer than I actually remember, but I think I don't even remember the memory because it was just so ingrained of what I watched every day that I didn't even recognize that it was different than what normal people would watch, or average people would be oh, we're watching, I don't know, what's Ren and Stimpy. That's a random cartoon, but something like that. But it was
a great cartoon.
Yeah, but I think it was in hindsight I realized oh, this wasn't as normal as I thought it was. Even though it was very popular, a lot of people didn't kind of digest that type of content or really understand it, if that makes sense.
No, it does. I think at the time, I didn't know I was watching anime or it was part of this larger thing either. It was just oh, this is this thing that comes on TV. And it wasn't until middle school I was just oh, it's part of this larger thing.
Yeah, exactly. Part of this larger community, part of this larger just whole type of genre of film and television that you just didn't recognize when you were younger because you just were this is just good. I like it.
Right, yeah. You're just watching things that you liked. It wasn't this is anime, this is that. It was just TV. I know. 20 plus years later. Do you remember any feelings you had at the time? Were you watching the transformations or the storylines, or what were you thinking and what were you feeling?
I think honestly I was young, so but I think what I felt was just a really cool sense of woman empowerment, even though I don't think at the time I knew that's what it was, But I think later down the line, I kind of recognized that later, because a lot of the cartoons I watched were the main characters were men. Most of the storyline wrapped around men, and there's nothing wrong with that. But, majority of the cast would be men, and there would be women and other things that would kind of spark other interests and things of that nature. But I feel this was a time where it was the full cast and all of them were powerful, and also they didn't I can curse, right? Okay, they didn't take any bullshit, so I was just oh my god, that's pretty cool. And I at the time I was very young, so I didn't really know that's what I was consuming. But I think later down the line, I think that probably had a bigger impact than what I thought at the beginning of first watching, because you can still reference it to this day. You can still pinpoint certain things, or even certain characters that you related to more than others that I can say more than like a lot of like certain specific cartoons that that did have like a majority male cast that I can't necessarily relate to, and that may be because I'm a woman, but I think even men have like a lot to learn from Sailor Moon.
Absolutely. I completely agree with you. I think anyone can learn, has things to learn from Sailor Moon. Like, it's a show about friendship and compassion and like being amazing.
And also their outfits were just like super cute. I'm sorry, I know.
Yeah,
that might be a little superficial, but they're like really cute. And their hair, like they had the coolest haircuts or like hairstyles.
Yeah, no, that was like the coolest thing about Sailor Moon is the fact that they were cute, but also, like you said, badass. It's like, yeah, I can be in like this cute outfit, but also like whoop your ass. Like, it's just like, balance.
Exactly.
Did you have a favorite Sailor Scout / Senshi?
Sailor Mars. I'm pretty sure I cosplayed her not like super long ago, but like something about her. She's super cool. I like her a lot. So I'm gonna have to say Sailor Mars. I mean, what's your favorite? Who's your favorite?
I love Sailor Moon.
Of course.
She's just really cool. Yeah, She actually, she does get a lot of people say Sailor Moon, but not as much as I thought. Like, I think Sailor Jupiter is the most popular on this podcast.
Look, we are defying the odds right now by saying not that. Even though she's great.
Yeah. No, totally. And yeah, I just think she's really cool. She's like super compassionate and like forgiving and like this like total relatable person who's like the leader somehow and just like clumsy and loves to like eat and read manga. And I'm like, oh, I love to eat and read manga. Like,
exactly. Wait, do you remember like there was like a picture of her that was going like viral that a lot of artists were recreating, a lot of black artists were recreating, and I'm sorry, it like melted my heartstrings because it was like beautiful to see. She has so many memes that extend beyond the period of time the show came out. That is kind of crazy and like very, very inspirational.
Yeah, that made me so happy. Like, especially because it was weird because like right when I launched this podcast, ColourPop came out with their makeup collection of the Sailor Moon.
I got it.
And then like that meme was going around, and I was just like, "What is going on? Like everyone's talking about Sailor Moon right now. This is great."
Wait, did you end up getting the? Did you get the color palette and like the blush and everything?
I did, but I was never able to get it all at once. Like, I was able to get, like, 2 things in one drop, and then I got another 2 things in, like, another drop, and then, like, I think in the 3rd drop, I finally completed the collection.
Got it. Okay. And I'm sorry. That joint was amazing. Like, the holographics of, like, the blush and everything. If y'all haven't seen it, it's beautiful.
It is. It's so cool. Like, the holographics alone just made me so happy, and the body glitter is really cute. Like, I just love it. They actually have it now. I'll link to it. You can just buy it now. Like, you can just buy it whenever you want. It's just funny. Like, we were all going, like,
ham for it. No, I remember.
You can get whatever you want.
It was insane. Like, I feel like it sold out extremely quick, too.
It did. It would be, like, within minutes. It was so wild. So wild. But, yeah. Really cool though. I was like so excited that they were doing it, and it's just been so funny to see like Sailor Moon. I know this year or last year was its, I think, 25th anniversary of airing in North America, and then like I think next year's gonna be the 30th anniversary. Or this year is, I don't remember.
Oh my goodness! Oh my, really?
I know.
I didn't even know.
I know.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Yes, I was just like, why is everyone talking about Sailor Moon all of a sudden? But it's been awesome for me. Yeah, and I was just happy to see like that collection happen, and then like Fashion Nova sells Sailor Moon shirts, and I'm like, what is life?
You're lying. I'm looking it up now.
I am not.
You are lying.
I am not. No. Like, I was just like, what is life right now where Fashion Nova is selling Sailor Moon t-shirts? Yep.
Oh my god.
Right?
It's actually like super cute.
They are.
I remember a while ago, Hot Topic had like a Sailor Moon bathing suit, and I got that immediately.
Oh, yeah. They're cute. Yeah. Yeah,
What a moment
hot
for
topic
us.
has,
We've gone far. This is amazing
yeah.
because like 5 years ago this wasn't, I mean, it was a thing, but it wasn't a thing as far as like mainstream kind of media and like just like selling, I can't speak English, selling merch and like different things that kind of contributed to this culture. Um and just like a very vast way, and like a way that people are like happy and excited to see, where it's like so much quality, it's beautiful and all that. Oh, I love to see it.
Me too. Yeah, it makes me really happy. And Hot Topic has like so much of my money.
Oh, Hot Topic has stolen my money at this point.
Yep.
Oh man, Hot Topic. Oh, don't get me started. I need to like put a lock on my bank account at this point.
I know. Yeah, it's the same for me. I think like they should just like take quarterly payments from me. Just
You
take
might as
it.
well. They can have a subscription system.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'd sign up for that. Just like send me your latest Sailor Moon merch every like 3 months for a low price. I'll take it. Genius.
I think we got their next business idea.
I think so too. I'm gonna pitch them that. I'm gonna sign it. Victoria and Kiera say,
Hey.
do this and credit us. You spoke about your Sailor Mars cosplay for a little bit too, so I want to talk about you being a cosplayer because you are one, and it's super awesome.
I completely forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah, no, for sure. What would you like to know?
Well, first, when did you know you wanted to be a cosplayer?
I don't think I ever actually knew. That's the craziest part. I think it was an accident. Most of the time, it was an accident. Most of the times, the things I get into are an accident, and I kind of discover it within it. But when I first started, I was in Georgia, and I'm not from Georgia. I'm originally from Jelena. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my goddaughter. I'm originally from my goddaughter. I'm originally from Virginia, and I moved to Georgia for a little bit, and I didn't really know anybody. I didn't really have much to do. And I was just kind of lonely, for the lack of better words. And I think I decided randomly. People kept telling me I look like Garnet or some. It was Garnet. I'm not gonna lie. It was Garnet from Steven Universe. And I decided, okay, I'm gonna like decide to like make a costume and do something. And I did it, and it was really fun. It was more exciting than I thought it would be to like gather all the pieces and like the sunglasses and just like take photos in the outfit. And I kind of kept going, and I kind of kept going, and I ended up after that doing Princess Kita from Atlantis. And then my aunt was looking at me doing it, and my uncle, I don't know if anyone knows this, but my uncle's he's a big nerd. Like he's a nerd. He loves anime, he loves cartoons, he loves all of those things. Before I even realized he kind of liked all of those things. So he would start giving me suggestions of things to do, and it became like this thing in the house where I would go to this particular window, figure out how to get like clothing, and like look in my aunt's room for like spare clothes, go to the thrift store, order some stuff online, and like I would go to this window and take pictures and like do all this kind of cosplay stuff to kind of help myself not be like lonely and not be bored, and like have a project to kind of focus on. And I fell in love with it. And then that's when I discovered, oh, cosplay is a thing. And there was a lot of cosplayers in Georgia that I ended up being able to meet, and like they are insanely talented, insanely creative, insanely just like all around amazing people that I fell into this world that I never knew that I would fall into. So it was really by accident, but also just by like me just kind of naturally gravitating towards the things I like, and realizing there's another world that is there for me and that I can kind of dive into. And somehow I got here, and and I'm still like in utter shock. I don't understand it. I don't get it. My mom's still confused, and but she's very accepting and loving about it.
That's all that matters. Yeah, I think my mom is still sometimes confused about this podcast, but she gets it. She's getting it.
She understands. She knows it means something.
Yeah, that's important. I love that too. Like you were like just kind of following your like I don't want to say intuition, but like, oh, I like this thing. Let me lean into it a little bit more and found like community. That's such a
Yeah,
cool thing.
yeah, and it was pretty beautiful, and I feel like because I didn't I didn't even know it existed, even though it's existed for so many years. You know, it's been around, but it's just nice to discover. It's nice to discover something, if that makes sense. Even though it's been there, you're just like, oh, I'm walking through the forest, and you're like, wait, what are these trees? These are beautiful. Like that's kind of how it felt. It felt like a new world that I never knew existed, and I was really excited to kind of get into it.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I think it's always a happy surprise when you're like into something. You're like, wait, there's a whole group of people who like the same thing.
Right?
Like
You're
what?
like I'm in utter shock. I'm like, wait, there's people that do builds and like do makeup and all these things. I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's a whole thing. Yeah, I love it. It's kind of funny too, because that's you kind of reminds me of what you said earlier about Sailor Moon. How we were like watching this, and it's just like this thing we liked, and later on figured out it was like a whole like medium and a whole like thing of like people who love anime and watch Sailor Moon and
You don't feel alone.
a whole country that like out there.
Literally.
Yeah.
You don't feel alone. You're just like, oh my god. You thought you felt alone because you're like, oh, my neighbor's not like this. But then you realize, like, no, there's a lot more people you can make friends with and like talk to about and like just delve in and or dive in, you know. Sorry about those folks.
No,
This is why I'm a rapper now.
Vocals are welcome. You know, I'm gonna add vocalist to your intro now.
Cosplayer, content creator, vocalist, and rapper. That's I love that. I love community. Which cosplay would you say you're most proud of?
See, I hate this question because I always change it and like there's so many to be proud of, but I'm gonna stick to one because I feel like it's underrated, even though now I don't think it's underrated anymore. I think the movie's underrated, but I feel like people cosplaying the person isn't underrated anymore, which is beautiful, and I love that for us. Princess Kiera from Atlantis, played by Cree Summers. I'm pretty sure Cree Summers is the voice actor for her.
She is, and she's also a Sailor Moon fan.
She's amazing.
She is.
She's just so talented. And also, like, Princess Kiera is, like, that girl. Like, I don't know. She's that bitch. I don't know. She's a badass. She's strong. She knows what she wants. She's also, like, pretty hot. I'm sorry. And like, a very cool person to be, like, one of the main and lead characters. I wish, like, that movie got a little bit more, like, traction when it first came out. But I'm glad that more people are realizing how underrated that movie was and also how underrated she is. And also just like whoever discovers Cree Summers through her, besides like other roles that she plays, is I think pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I mean those things are true and you should say it because I completely agree. Like I remember watching that movie and just loving it and not even realizing like this was one of the first Black characters we see or first like non-white characters we see, and just thinking it was beautiful. And later on, I didn't realize, I think someone was like, oh, this movie flopped. And I was like, it did? Like, when?
No, it didn't say, like, I want to know how badly it flopped. I'm really mad that it did.
Yeah, because I was just like, what? Like, this movie was, I thought it was amazing. Like, when I watched it, like, I loved it just like any other movie that came out, you know, any other Disney movie I saw. I just remember just thinking it was great. We're talking about Atlantis, the Lost Empire, for anyone who may not know. Oh,
Lost Empire, you should check it out. It's a beautiful movie. They have a lot of cool characters in the cast. Specifically Princess Kiera, the main one. So
completely agree. It is, yeah, it's so good.
But no, yeah, she's my favorite because I mean, I think that's the first one I actually just made by myself. Like, I didn't buy anything. I mean, I bought fabric, but I didn't buy a costume. I didn't buy like, oh, I need sunglasses or anything like that. I just kind of made from scratch the necklace, the outfit, cut the hair, the wig was dyed the hair how it was, and like everything. So that was just like a very hands-on experiment that I actually surprisingly pulled off. And I was really proud of myself and really excited when I got to the last like step of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't realize you dyed the wig. That is dedication.
Oh man, that wig. I wish I had it. It was a nice wig. It was human hair too.
Oh man, what happened to the wig? You get lost in like moving and stuff.
I dyed it a lot more colors after that. I dyed it like green and purple and all these different colors. Because I think it started off with like a different type of gray, and then I ended up dyeing it a little bit different of a gray. It wasn't that crazy, but I've never dyed hair before, so that was a big step for me. And then after that, I just kind of experimented with it because it was such a nice wig and really cool to like play around with and like discover different hair colors that could fit with my like skin color that I wouldn't naturally just do because hair dye is terrifying. So that was pretty awesome.
Have you done Princess Kita again since then? I actually don't know.
I have. I did. I mean, it's kind of the same as when I did it from the beginning, but I think I did more of the bathing suit version of her. And I ended up getting like a pure white wig. Before it was like a grayish that I kind of like was doing. And this time I kind of wanted to like revamp her to see if I can like portray her a little bit better. I don't know if I actually succeeded, but it was fun to try, you know.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I love it. That is so cool. Well, thank you for answering the question, even though you don't like answering it.
No problem. No problem. As you can see, I extended the answer, so actually, maybe I like it.
Yeah, maybe it is the one you're most proud of. I mean, it's one of your first ones, so that makes sense. You know, I feel like, you know, that's always gonna have a soft spot. It's a good answer.
It's what you get into. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're right. She is totally underrated, even if it's like she's starting to get, you know, more famous on the Twitter sphere.
Which I love, though. It's so beautiful to see, because it's, like, something that wasn't, like, necessarily popular when it came out, but, like, you see it gaining traction, you're like, finally!
Right! Yes! Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't think it didn't flop too much, like it... They didn't... Yeah, I'm looking at it.
It's sad. I'm looking at it, too.
Yeah, the budget was $120 million, and they made, 90 to $120 million, and they made 186, so they made a profit.
Yes. I mean, but what is, like, I actually have no idea. Like, what's an amazing profit?
Let's see.
I don't know.
Probably Black Panther. What did Black Panther make?
Avatar with the blue people, not the live action.
Oh, yeah. No, definitely not.
I feel like somehow they probably made, like, a crazy profit. I don't know. I kind of want to look.
I'm looking at Black Panther. I feel like that's a good.
Oh, Black Panther made.
Let's see.
See, this is bad. Okay, look, I'm gonna spit some bad knowledge. Okay, so the budget for the blue people Avatar was
like $1 billion, right? I thought.
No, it was like 9 million. Well, it has two things. It says 237 and then 9 million. 237 million and 9 million. But look, guess the box office. I just want you to guess, real quick. Just guess.
1.5 billion.
2.8 billion.
Oh my god. Why? Why?
That's insane.
You know, I can't even say, because I definitely went to see that movie with my brothers and was so disappointed watching it, because I was like, this is Pocahontas with blue people.
Loki. Oh no, Black Panther, they cashed out. I'm sorry.
Ooh, okay.
200 million at budget.
All right, okay.
1.3 billion at box office.
Nice. Okay, I knew they made $1 billion. I didn't know 200 million was the budget. That is amazing.
Yeah, that actually is really good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, that is awesome. Wow. So I guess now we know. So I guess, yeah, like that. What is that? 40 million difference. They were like, yeah, this was not worth.
Us the good movies now. Like when you see something good coming out, just go ahead and see it.
Completely agree.
So they can make more of it.
Yeah. I just looked up Toy Story for like side-by-side comparison-ish, and budget was 30 million. Box office made 373 million.
Wow.
So,
wait, is that the first Toy Story or like the more recent one?
The first one.
Oh, wow. And that was a while ago. When did Toy Story even come out?
I think it's a 95. Was that right?
Oh my gosh.
Was it 95? Did I see that right? Yep, 1995.
Wow.
Wow. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Especially in the 90s. Like 300 million in the 90s is probably like, it's a lot more right now. I don't know how much, but I know it's more.
Yeah, especially for like an animated toy movie. Like,
right.
The fact they
That's
had
the
that
point,
much
too.
faith, I'm like, great. I mean, the movie's amazing, but that whole film, like, story arc is amazing. But that's really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, I love a good tangent.
My bad.
No, you're good. I actually really love tangents. It's like a bad habit, but I love them.
I love that.
Yeah. Back to you. So we talked about your cosplaying and what you're most proud of. I want to talk about this other career you're about to kick off. The vocalist / rapping.
Insane.
Yeah.
Very insane. Okay, what questions do you have for me? What are you thinking?
Questions?
What am I thinking? So, okay. Well, I guess, first is, how did you come up with this song? Like, what was the inspiration behind it?
Song started from a very sad place. I mean, it didn't come from a sad place. This song started from, I was with someone and we were really bored in the house. And there was a song that they had actually written for me a while ago. So they're like, hey, if you're bored, let's go and record it. So we went in the studio and we tried to record it and it went horribly wrong. It was very bad. It didn't come out the way we wanted it to. And we were all about to just both give up. And like, I think it ended in tears, honestly. And they said, wait, I have another beat that I've been holding on to. Like, maybe you can just go in and like freestyle something, or like let's just try something else besides going into this other song that we've been like we were just trying to record so like heavily. So I went in, wiped off all my tears, and are you sure I'm allowed to curse?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah. You're good.
Okay, I think the beat played and they were like, just freestyle, and I started with like, niggas don't like me, and I just don't know why I said that. I was just like, yeah, like I wanted it to be very fun because it was very depressive at that moment in time. And then like it sounded really good, and I was like, oh, we should keep going. And they were like, yeah, we should. And then we like from there, it just became like, what's something fun, very bubbly that we can just like start to get out of this mood that we're already in, and like something very different and new than what I've already done. I'm not saying it's different and new from like, I guess, the current stream of like music, but I just didn't want to be so serious and like kind of overthink everything I was doing. I was just like, let me just like go and like just like talk. And they were like, I was like feeding lines, and they were also like, what if you said this? And I was like, oh, what if we said this? So it was like a very like collaborative effort of just really just having fun and just being kind of spontaneous, and just like I really wanted to get into like a character, if that makes sense. I've been heavily into like voice acting, so I'm like, what if I like approach the song like I'm a voice actor, and like I have this character, and we're like, I just wanted it to be really fun and just very spontaneous and not like overthink it like I would other things. Like I feel like with singing and everything else, you might, I mean, I don't know other singers, but I feel like you overthink. You want to hit the note, you want it to be perfect, and this was just like, let me just be playful and fun and how I feel right now, and like let's see what comes out of it. And it actually, I personally really like it. I thought it came out really good, and it brought my mood up, and we were like, oh dang, yeah, we definitely we should have started with this one instead of the other one, because it ended up coming out really like fun and good, and it's very different from what I had before. But I think it's still a reflection of me, and also just like a reflection of like what I want to do. I think I personally really like the fact that I was going at it at like a voice acting approach of like, who's this character? How can I like perform this? And that made it a lot more unique, and like I could do these nuances to my voice and have these different inflections and like say different things, because it's like it was me, but I was also like, how can I perform this in a different way that I'm not used to and that I don't have to like really think too much about.
Yeah, no, it definitely comes through, because I think when I first heard it, I was just like, it felt like raw and genuine and fun. And I was just like, I can get with this. Like, this just sounds fun.
That was like the whole idea. Just like fun, happy, just like if you were with your friends jumping around, dancing, and that's kind of the idea, because it definitely started off very like sad. So I'm like, how do we get out of here? We need to bump up the energy, man. And they play this like high beat. I don't even know if that's the word. Not high beat, but like very like upbeat beat. And I was like, this is amazing. Let's go.
Yeah, it's funny because, well, I mean, I wonder if you had it recorded the first song, would you have come up with a song like this or this song?
I like really doubt it, which is kind of weird because it's like that first song was, oh, man, it belongs in the trash, but it was a struggle. It was a struggle.
Gotta get through struggles to get to better things.
I'm happy we like persevered because we really were gonna go home, but then we were like, let's just try something else before we try to go home.
And look, now it's about to be like the #1 song everywhere or something.
Thank you. Well, please let me know how you feel about it when it comes out. You know, I'm saying all this stuff, but like it could be trash. I don't know. I think it's amazing. But please,
I really like it. So
yes, no, please check it out. Let me know what you think about the verses. If you vibe with them, I definitely feel like it's a more playful song, and I really would love to hear your opinions on it, especially since you have amazing opinions on anime. So
thank you.
Opinions on music, because anime has amazing music.
Anime does have amazing music, yeah, and I love music too. So I'm very excited to listen to it, and I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna love it.
Okay, awesome. You'll let me know.
Yeah. Oh, what else was I gonna say? Oh, I don't know if you can say, but when is the song coming out?
That is like a tricky thing because I'm trying to make it come out as soon as possible, and I didn't really expect people to. Okay, this sounds weird, but I didn't expect people to like it as much as I guess the reception was. I'm not saying everyone likes it, but the reception of it, I didn't expect it to be, I guess, as immediate as it did come. So like right now, I'm like, I said like way too many times. God, there it goes again. I pretty much fast tracked the cover art, and I was trying to figure out something very quickly, but also just like not so quickly where it's rushed, and I was able to get that. And now I'm like on to making sure it's mixed in a way that I want it to be mixed. So I didn't want to drop it immediately after people said it, because I'm like, oh, if people like it, let me see if I can get it the best way from what I currently have at my disposal to get it to. So that for lame terms, it's just like, okay, can I mix it the best way I can? Can I master it the best way I can? And how can I do that? Even if it may not be perfect, I do want to, I guess, give the audience something that is at least up to par with everything else they heard. As opposed to like when I first did it, it was that when I dropped the snippet, that's just like when we first recorded it, right? There was nothing changed to it. It wasn't mixed. It wasn't anything like that. I didn't change I didn't level it. If people know music, I guess you have to do those sorts of things. I still am kind of learning, but right now I'm trying to work on doing that. So hopefully within the next week or two, it will come out. I'm working on getting all those things done with actually today. Well, I don't know when people are going to hear this. In the next few days, actually, guys. So hopefully within the next week or two. I don't have an exact date, but when I do upload it, I'll definitely let everyone know. But it shouldn't be more than a month, honestly. Less than a month.
Yay! Okay, so we're recording at like towards the end of March right now. So, but if it's out, I'll link it below. If it's not, check Kiera's Instagram.
But yes, hopefully very, very, very soon, once everything is like solidified and good to go, even if it may not be perfect, I just want it the best for your ears and your car systems. Majority that, because my best friend said it's a summertime jam, so we want it good for the summertime.
Yeah. Gonna have our hot girl summer.
Exactly, hot girl anime summer. This is what we're doing.
I love it. Yes. We need it. Magical girl summer. Oh my god. Why did I think about that? Yeah, I am so ready. I will say, so when it goes well after you release it.
Oh man, thank you. You have to do, I'm going to make a challenge, and if you don't do it, I'm going to be sad.
I am going to do it. I actually just started a TikTok last weekend.
Are you addicted yet?
Huh?
You're addicted, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. I had to stop, but I haven't uploaded a video yet. I started recording one today, but I was just I look bad. I need to I was just testing it out. So I'm I'm gonna
honestly, actually, you don't look bad. TikTok is for your rawness. Instagram is for flawlessness. What, that wasn't a word. Yeah. But TikTok, your most authentic self. I believe in you, and I think you should keep going.
Thank you. I love that. And I love how you made it rhyme. I don't know if that was intentional.
I'm working on my rapping skills now.
Rawness. Instagram is for flawlessness.
Yeah, that's like the advertising of your brand, I guess. I don't know. YouTube is all the different social media sites has their logan, or what is a logan? A slogan. And I feel like Logan Instagram. Yeah, they have their logan. I feel like Instagram is more for hey, we got this perfect picture out of the 30 pictures. TikTok is come as you are, man. Come as you are.
I like that, because I like coming as I am.
Exactly. It's more comfortable.
Yeah. I really like being comfortable. So that's very good to know. That makes me feel better. I will probably upload a video at some point over the next week.
Please let me know when you do, so I can follow you and stalk you.
Oh my god. I'll be a TikToker. I'll let you know. So I'll say, so again, when it goes well, it seems like you kind of want to get more into music and releasing music. Is that kind of where you're heading?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I think, oh man, I wish I could tell you something. I have this project that's coming up that I'm really excited about, but I'm scared that it's not ready yet to be talked about. But I think how I'm looking at music is, I'm not necessarily looking at it as I'm going to be a musician. I think I'm looking at it as more so I want to be a voice actor. No, so I think I'm looking at music more so less of me being a musician and more so me being a voice actress. And I say that because I mean, I've always wanted to be a voice. I mean, not always, actually. I've recently wanted to become a voice actress. And as fun as it is to, I guess, become these different characters, audibly, as far as just, sentences and, scenes, it's really cool to see how different music artists portray their character types. Because, I mean, obviously, a lot of them are, you speak this way and you are this way. But I feel like a lot of it is just, kind of exacerbating to the fullest extent of what you can be of that character, which I feel like is really cool. And so I've almost started to look, before I looked at music, I was I need to sing and I need to be perfect and I need to hit these notes and I have to be this way. And now I'm looking at it like a different form of medium of where I can kind of portray my voice acting, and it's become a lot more fun because of that, because I don't feel like I have necessarily a direct genre or type of vocal that I need to hit. It's more so who do I feel in the moment and how can I portray how I feel? Because I feel like we all have these different personalities and not all the times you feel like the same person. So I feel like portraying that in music is very, very cool. So I want to say yes, more music, but I also want people to kind of look at it more so just look at it less of, I don't know, Young Thug's putting out new music, but Kiera Please is putting out new music, but look at Kiera Please as she's all these different types of characters. You would look at me my different cosplays. I want that to kind of translate over there in that same exact way, where it's I can be these different types of people, and depending upon how I feel, that's what you're gonna get, and hopefully someone enjoys something of it. But that's kind of how I feel like I've made it a lot more fun and enjoyable for myself. Not that it wasn't fun before, but I think it's added a new level of difficulty that I'm really excited about, and funness.
Yeah, I love that, because I never thought of rappers as voice actors, but when you say it like that, it really makes sense when I think of when Nicki Minaj is or Kendrick Lamar, they really do try out all of these different voices, and they're voice acting.
Exactly. And I think no one's ever actually, I mean, maybe they have, but I don't think anyone's actually looked at them like that. But like, even that's a good example. Nicki Minaj, she's had so many different like genres, not just in music, but of herself that has expanded throughout time. That it's like, okay, you get this version of Nicki Minaj, this super rapper version, you get the singy version, you get this other version, but it's all, I mean, that's voice acting. It's you changing your voice to become whoever you want the audience to perceive or who you want to portray in the most authentic way to yourself and to that character. So, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Super interesting. I'm like mind blown right now because I'm like, I've never thought of it this way. This is so cool.
I think that makes it easier for musicians too. Like, just look at it like you're a voice actor. Like, oh my god, just it makes you think. It changes how your mind thinks. I think, like, you know how there's left brain, right brain. I think you sometimes get stuck into like, I need to sound like this, as opposed to like, well, what if I tried this other version of myself and see how that comes out? It could be good, could be bad, but you never know.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of rappers have like alter egos, because they're like, well, I don't feel comfortable saying or doing this in like myself, so I'm like, I'm gonna be this character, and this character is gonna do it, and I think they can like bring, and I think it's really cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, I'm starting to realize why you love Cree Summer so much.
No,
makes sense. She's like the queen voice actress
of like every. Oh my god! One day I hope to meet her, have a conversation, and delve into her brain.
It'll totally happen. I hope to get her on the show one day too. So.
Oh my gosh, she definitely will. I'm speaking into existence, manifestation. We got
this. It's happening. It's happening. And then, now that I know you want to be a voice actor, I would need to know, what's your dream voice acting job? Like, which character?
So hard. Dream voice acting role.
We ask the hard-hitting questions on the Sailor Moon Fan Club podcast.
My dream voice acting role won't even be anything that actually exists right now. It's going to be, my dream voice acting role is me creating some type of cartoon, and I am the main character of that cartoon. Kind of like the Rick and Morty thing, where it's like they kind of created it and they ended up being like the main voices. I want to do, like, that would be my dream. To just like create a whole new character that is just so prevalent and well known and just like endearing and loved by a lot of people, but like I ended up creating it by myself and also being able to voice that role. That would be insane.
That would be amazing, and it's totally gonna happen. I can see it already. That is super cool. I want that for you so I can watch it.
Maybe you can be a voice actor too. You can come on. You can be on another character. I like your voice.
Thank you. You know, it's funny because we actually had the voice of Sailor Jupiter on the show, Susan Roman. Well, we had both voices of Sailor Jupiter, English voices of Sailor Jupiter on the show. But Susan Roman, who did the 90s voice, she was telling me about like figuring out ways to like find your different voices in yourself, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm totally gonna test this out.
Definitely should. Please do.
Oh my god, I might. Then you might see me drop a mixtape.
Oh my, I'll support it.
Oh my god. We'll see how this TikTok thing goes first.
You know, there's voice actors on TikTok now. Like, they're like auditioning people, I think.
That's cool. That makes sense. Also, I meant to say this earlier. I feel like your songs are gonna be like your reels.
No, oh my god, I never thought about that. And thank you for saying that. I'm sorry. I'm speechless. That means so much.
No worries. But yeah, I was just like, oh yeah, you're gonna have like a reel on music.
That is kind of dope, and I like that for us.
Totally do it. Run with it. Take it. I don't care. What's one other thing you stand? Like, it could be anything in the world. Like, person, a thing, a show, a movie.
What do I stand? Okay. Can it be an older show?
Yeah, it can be anything.
Okay. So, growing up, I had this best friend named Jelena. And you know how we connected? Besides just being awesome together, we loved SpongeBob. And I know everyone loves SpongeBob. But I can never unstand SpongeBob. Because we look at each other like I'm SpongeBob and Patrick. Granted, she tells me I'm Patrick. I don't agree, but I do love them. And also Adventure Time is just like one thing I can always stand. And as far as like I want to say anime, Hunter x Hunter. Like I always go to Hunter x Hunter.
Love Hunter x Hunter. Totally stand that. I call the creator Naoko Takeuchi's husband. But like Jay-Z is Beyonce's husband, he is Naoko's husband.
It works perfectly. I love that for us. I love that. Those are definitely like those are goated. If anyone wants to give them that title.
Totally. Yeah, also love SpongeBob. It's like hilarious. It's so good.
It stands the test of time because people are still memeing it, and I'm just like, how are you memeing something from season 4 in 2021? I mean, not saying how. I'm saying like, of course you are, but I'm just like, the fact that this is like standing up to like 10 years down the line, I'm just like, this is insane. Like this creator knew what they were doing. They knew they were gonna. This is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
it's a masterpiece.
I have to ask you too. This is probably gonna be another hard question, but what's your favorite SpongeBob quote?
Why would you?
I'm sorry. I'll tell you mine's.
Okay, you go ahead first.
I forgot who asked Patrick. I think it's SpongeBob. He's like, Patrick, what's up? Why are you upset? And he's like, I can't see my forehead.
Oh my goodness. I mean, all of them, man. You could say a little Lee, the crusted gray.
Oh my god, so good.
There's so many to choose from. This is like not a fair question. I like shame you for that. There is so many.
That's fair. I'll take that as an answer because there are really too many. But I will randomly laugh at that. I can't see my forehead.
That one was hilarious. Oh my god, do you remember when Patrick was like, SpongeBob? No, SpongeBob was like, Patrick, what are you gonna do? He's like, wait for you to get back.
Oh yeah.
That's like the ultimate like best friend quote.
It's adorable. They're great. They are so BFF goals. And then what advice would you have for someone who wants to become a amazing cosplayer, about to be rapper?
What would I say to them? What would I say? I think a lot of times what gets people in the way from doing whatever they want to do is just like their selves. So I would say to that, don't let yourself get in your way. As much as you might have like self-doubt or like just like these second thoughts, keep going and know that it's never going to be perfect in the beginning. You're always going to have to start to even get better. So once you start, you're going to realize how to get better, what you need to do to get better, and also like what you like about it. And that's going to help you find out more of who you are and how to kind of continue on that path to whatever, be the rapper, be the cosplayer, be a superintendent, be your hairstylist, anything of those natures. But you have to just start, and no one ever knows where to start. But like taking that first initial step is one of the bravest things you can do. And then after that, you're going to know, once your foot is placed there, you're going to know where to walk next, because you're going to know what happened, what you did wrong, what you did right, and kind of how you feel. And then it's just like a learning step from there. But just honestly, just starting and like not listening necessarily to that self-doubt, and just keep going if you really feel like this is the thing for you. No matter how sucky it feels or shitty it feels in that moment, everything's gonna feel kind of like second guessy until you don't second guess yourself. No one really starts like as confident as you may think they do.
That is beautiful advice, and I completely agree.
I'm sure you had that same like thoughts with like your podcasting. Like, should I start this? Should I not? And then you just kind of did it and like fixed out the bugs of what made it perfect, what made it not, and like you got it here today.
Yeah, absolutely. Like everything from the beginning to even today, like I'm still tweaking things, like, but you need to get it out in the world, and then you can always make it better. You can always tweak it. You can always learn, but as long as you have it out, you can always be like, I have this thing, and you learn as you go, and you'll be happy as you do it.
Exactly. You never know who's going to be inspired by you just starting out, because I think people relate when it's like there's flaws and kinks, right? No, it's not always perfect at the beginning. They see the journey and they see the growth, and it makes them realize that they can do it too. And you never know who you're going to inspire.
That is also true. Okay, I have another hard question for you. Okay. So, just like Sailor Moon had the Sailor Moon says phrase at the end of every episode, what would your phrase be? So, Sailor Kiera says.
Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. What would I say? I would say, this isn't the end. Keep going. Everything will get better if you keep getting better. That sounds so lame, but
I love that.
But I think that it like speaks true to what I am like, because I feel like a lot of times you just feel like you're like in turmoil and you're like, no, it's gonna get better, but also like you have to know that if it's gonna get better, you also have to improve at the same time to know that it will get better. Hopefully that made sense.
I think so. Like you have to like take steps to like get better. Also, like it's not gonna magically happen. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Mm-hmm. Literally, and just knowing that it will, even if you don't feel like it will.
Yeah, as long as you put one foot in front of the other, keep going. You
can keep walking.
I wholeheartedly believe that, and it didn't sound lame at all. And then last question, what is next for you, and where can people find you?
What is next for me? Well, I hope what is next for me is like, hopefully you get to hear this music and you're like, damn, this a banger, bitch. And I really hope that you like do that. I also hope like I'm
gonna do it exactly like that.
Please. I really do hope. I also hope I can get into the voice acting space a little bit more and just like becoming the characters that I dress up as. I kind of want to take cosplaying to it's always existed, voice acting and all those things, but like just take that to a different level within my own career, as far as just like, okay, not only do I dress up as these characters, I'm becoming these characters, like actually in the films, in the animations and things of that nature. And also hopefully creating like I said before, creating characters that other people can cosplay, where I do create my own like cartoons and animations and whatever it is, comic books, graphic novels, or things of that nature that people kind of like, they stick with them. Like it's like the Rick and Mortys, the Adventure Times, the SpongeBob's, where you relate so heavily, or you think a character is so like unique or different or quirky that you want to become them. And hopefully I'm able to give that back to people, just as the people who voice acted and created, the directors, the producers created these characters for me, and I'm able to do the same for other people and like extend that inspiration to others where they can do the same. And they can find me on Instagram. Sorry. They can find me on Instagram, Kiera Please. I'm Kiera Please on everything except TikTok is Please with a Z instead of an S. And other than that, everything, everything's the same.
Awesome. Yeah, I love how you're like inspiration, and here's where you can find me. That was perfect. Yeah. Also, like, we didn't talk about it, but I love the video you did recently where you're like the character who's like plucking the sunflower, and the sunflower is like, I stole your man, and
I'm about to drop a part 2 of that. Oh my god. Oh my god, thank you so much.
No, it was hilarious and like beautiful and like amazing. So like if you ever do it, when you have a show, I would totally be tuning in, because that little snippet, I was just like, yes, I want more of this. It was like quirky, funny, like offbeat, but like touching. It was like, what is going on right now?
Thank you so much. That was so much fun to like actually make. It was very different from what I'm usually doing, so it was exciting. I was very happy about that. So thank you. I really appreciate that you actually like watched it. Thanks.
I do. I watch things. I pay attention, guys. And I'm actually like, everyone I have on this podcast are like, I'm secretly like a fan of. So like totally like here for all of it. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Well, thank you for coming on the Sailor Moon Fan Club podcast, Kiera.
No problem. Thank you for having me a part of it. Thank you for reaching out. And honestly, this has been such a blast. You're so awesome. So easy to talk to. So I hope, like, I wish the best for you, and like more people come on and like speak their own like experiences, because this is a nice thing for others to listen to and just like hear other people's stories.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's like hearing everyone's stories and then also like seeing that we're all Sailor Moon fans because we all have that in common somehow. Yeah.
Hopefully we get to see each other in a convention near soon when, you know, everything's back to normal.
Same. Yeah, I'm hoping to like I'm gonna go to like all the conventions next year just because. Like, so I'll definitely see you at some point at some point in life.
We have to. It's inevitable.
Yes, I agree. Doing it. Well, once again, I am Victoria L. Johnson. You can find me at Miss Old School on Instagram and Twitter. And you can find the podcast, Sailor Moon Fan Club, at Moonies Club on Twitter and Moonies_Club on Instagram. And we have merch if you want to check that out. It's at mooniesclub.com. And of course, you can like and subscribe to us on pretty much all podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, YouTube. So check us out. And thanks again for listening, Moonies.